most falls don't happen in emergencies. I mean, how many emergencies do we truly have every single day? Do you have a car accident every day? Do you have death in your family or someone you know every single day? Do you have emergent, somebody got hurt, they broke their arm, they broke their leg, you have to run them to the hospital? Do we have that every single day? No, we have normal life, smaller obstacles to overcome, the little things that sometimes we think are huge, but they're not. And sometimes we don't realize that. We just have to think of it as, normal life is good. It's very good. We need to appreciate what's around us and appreciate our day going really well. We're blessed with that. We're grateful for that. We have to be grateful for those opportunities to have that norm. Most falls don't happen during emergencies, and you have to think about it as, when you're walking around your house and it's like there's your dog or your cat is your pets are underneath your feet, you fall. That's normal day. That's your normal pets. Normally you get up and maybe they're hovering or they want to get fed. Things like that. That's just kind of your normal everyday thing. It's not an emergency situation. And falls happen more when it's uncommon in our common lives, right? Emergencies are accidents and emergencies are not planned. They just happen, right? So sometimes we don't know when things are going to happen, but we have our same dog, our same cat, the same things maybe out on the floor or the same table, and maybe we don't pay attention because we take something for granted or we're in a rush and we're not paying attention. Those are the things that sometimes the normal day or the normal life that we have that we just don't see and sometimes plan for, and that's when we fall. So we have to make sure that we plan ahead and that we're careful and our loved ones are careful. Go a little bit slower, or hey, make sure you think about this cabinet is a little bit higher or this cabinet is a little bit lower, or try and fix things to make things easier for us, right? As we get in the home and things change with our bodies or with our loved ones' bodies, sometimes we have to change things, right? We have to adapt and change things to make them better and easier. Falls happen unexpectedly. Nobody wants to fall. Nobody plans for it. Nobody says, I want to fall. So you want to look at, hey, where do the most falls occur? Most falls actually occur in the bathroom. And that is the most dangerous room in the house. Number one. Number two, getting dressed. So many people fall over because they're overcompensating. They're putting their shoes on, they're putting a shirt on, and when they put the shirt on over their head or their arms are caught, they lose their balance and they try to maybe grab or turn this way or that way just to kind of catch themselves, but they can't because their arms are caught up in their shirt. Things like that, right? Or you just can't see because your head is underneath the shirt and you don't have it popped out yet. It's those little things, right? Also, just getting dressed in that balancing act, you want to make sure that there's somebody there at least when you need them. The presence of somebody else prevents accidents from happening more than actually having equipment alone in the house, believe it or not. So I'm going to put all those three in together in a story. My mother-in-law, the other day, I was at her house and we had physical therapy at the house. And my father-in-law was going out, so I said, I'll be over there just to make sure that they can get in the house and that she's not alone, because I know she's not very safe being home alone. And you don't want her to fall or be found on the floor by somebody else, or least of all yourself, right? We want to make sure that that your loved one remains injury-free. So the PT people came in, 2 girls, physical therapists, took my mother-in-law back to the bathroom. All they did was just follow her, wanted to see how she was with her gait and how her hips were, because she had a broken hip and had surgery 2 years ago. They just want to see how she moved with her walker. Got her back to the bathroom. The bathroom is very, very narrow. They were behind her. And what happened was she went to the bathroom, and then when she got up off the toilet, which is a huge, huge fall thing for most people, or falling obstacle, because some people get off balance or short. Sometimes they get dizzy when they get up too quickly, or bowel movements can affect you. A lot of people can vagal down. Yes, they can get dizzy, they can pass out, so these little things. Well, my mother-in-law was getting up from going to the bathroom and the sink was right across from her. So she braced herself like she always does on the sink. When she tried to use both of her arms to go back to pull up her pants, again, now you're talking about in the bathroom accident, getting dressed while she was pulling up her pants. And then she had the physical therapist, because what happened was she started to lean back. She started to tilt backwards and they caught her. Again, the presence prevents accidents. So thank goodness those girls were there, because she could have fallen and really had a really bad or severe injury. And that could have been really bad, because she could have gone to the hospital or a nursing home or rehab. I mean, all this crazy stuff. You know, we just have to be safer and more careful and make sure that we have the proper equipment. But the presence is the most important, because if you're there to support, if you're there to see, then we can prevent things as well. So just make sure that you take care of yourself, but also be present and take care of those you love, to make sure that you prevent injuries from occurring in the home.